paper two, Avadh, it is a lot of about the constitutional articles, the amendments, the Supreme Court judgments. So do you utilize these force? Like last year, a question appeared about the Attorney General. So many students with a drop of a hat sometimes messes, oh, this is 76 or 77. Sometimes a confusion creeped in their mind. So what was your way of dealing such questions? If you were you writing the Supreme Court judgments or the constitutional amendments important and the articles of the Constitution if the question demands it?
I actually made a list of important Constitution articles in an Excel and wrote key message from that Constitution article. And I usually use those in various questions wherever required, sometimes in the introductory, sometimes in the body, wherever required. But I did that. In terms of Supreme Court judgment, I did not make a separate list, but like the standard ones, such as Keshwan and Bharti and all of these, which you would anyways remember if there is a relevant question, such as there was something on constructive harmonization which is related to the federalism. So I quoted that this is like a part of the basic structure as per this Supreme Court judgment. But no specific effort put into laying down various judgments. But yeah, I did put in some effort in Constitution articles because I feel that gives some anchor to your question.
Yeah, I think you mentioned very rightly that at least students should have understanding or basic understanding of those landmark cases, like as you mentioned, Keshwan and Bharti case, which gave the doctrine of basic structure. And there were 2-3 questions, if you see the polity paper like last year, paper 2, about the doctrines, like the doctrine of harmonious construction, which is actually separation of power and all those stuffs. So I think putting those Supreme Court judgments are going to help you immensely in that area. Now, there is also a very dynamic issue, Avadh, which is international relationship in paper 2. So what was your strategy to deal with the international affairs? Have you focused on because there are areas surrounding India, which UPSC is asking every year, and UPSC is maintaining one more discipline very clearly, that it is asking one question from one giant like the China or the USA. And one question it is figuring out related to the neighbors, the relationship with China or Nepal or for that matter, Bangladesh or Pakistan. So what was your strategy dealing with the international relationship questions related to that? How you managed to get through it?
I'll add my prelims international strategy to it as well. So I think international relations is a subject where nothing much moves at a exponential speed, as is the case with other subjects like politics or even economy. So I would again refer to the compilation. I would read about them or maybe listen to some debate on Rajya Sabha TV occasionally, not like frequently. But my strategy was that I would refer to a compilation on international relations for prelims as well as on main. But as I read through those compilations for main, I also developed a general perspective. So because even if you would see that in this case, this year examination, there was no direct question of what are the issues and solutions for US India, but there was a larger context like US is not able to accommodate India in the larger scheme of things. So definitely understanding issues, solutions, way forward is important, but having a general perspective of where things are moving based on various debates that happen on Rajya Sabha TV could also help. So that was my broad strategy. And obviously, the answer writing practice helps in putting it down in a timeline.